Hey, do you know how to use credentials management in Jenkins? In this video, I'm going to show you practically how to create credentials in Jenkins and how to use them inside a Jenkins pipeline. We will understand how Jenkins securely stores sensitive information like usernames, passwords, and tokens. For the practical demonstration, I will create Docker Hub credentials in Jenkins and use those credentials to log into Docker Hub from my pipeline. By the end of this video, you will understand how to manage and use credentials securely in Jenkins CI/CD pipelines. So let's get started. Here I have a Jenkins pipeline that performs a complete CI/CD process. The pipeline clones the source code from GitHub, builds the application using Maven, creates a Docker image, runs the Docker container. Now the next step is pushing this Docker image to Docker Hub. For this, Jenkins needs Docker Hub authentication. First, let's understand the manual method. Without credentials management, normally we use Docker login like this. Docker login u username p password. Although this works, the problem is our username and password are visible inside the Jenkins file. Anyone who can access this file can see our credentials. This is not acceptable in production environments. So let's secure it using Jenkins credentials management. Adding credentials in Jenkins. To add credentials in Jenkins, go to Manage Jenkins, Credentials. Select the appropriate credential store, click Add Credentials. Jenkins provides different credential types: username with password SSH, username with private key, secret text certificates. For Docker Hub, we will select username with password. Now provide username, Docker Hub username, password, Docker Hub password. Give a unique ID because we will use this ID inside our pipeline. For example, Docker Cred. Click Create. Now our credentials are securely stored in Jenkins. Access credentials in pipeline. Now we need to access these credentials inside our Jenkins file. For this, Jenkins provides a step called With Credentials. Instead of manually writing the syntax, Jenkins can generate the pipeline code. Click on Pipeline Syntax. It will open a new tab where you need to search for With Credentials. Select With Credentials, then choose the credential type as username and password. Now select the credential ID that you already created in Jenkins Credential Management. After selecting the credential, provide the username variable and password variable names. Once everything is configured, click on Generate Pipeline Script. Jenkins will generate the required code, which we can use inside our Jenkins file. Now, simply copy the generated code and paste it inside the stage where you need to use the credentials. Instead of hard-coding the username and password, we will use the variable names that we created earlier. Use the variables inside double quotes with the dollar symbol, like username variable for the Docker login username and password variable for the Docker login password. That's it. Our credentials are now securely accessed from Jenkins Credential Management instead of being directly written in the pipeline. Now, I will change the Docker image tag to 5 and run the pipeline to verify whether the image is pushed successfully to Docker Hub. The pipeline is completed successfully. Let's check Docker Hub. You can see that the new image tag 5 is available, which means Jenkins successfully pushed the Docker image using securely managed credentials. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and support my channel for more DevOps and cloud tutorials.